Giving you a big warm hug, or if you're more of a fist bump person, fist bump. Hope you're having a wonderful day, afternoon, night, whatever time it is where you are right now. Today's gonna be a Q&A, and if you didn't get in on questions this round and there's some questions that you're like dying to know, go ahead and type them in the comment section. Also, I want to start doing something new in my videos. I'm actually gonna jump in super fast. So the first question I got on here was what are my current hobbies or interests? And actually, so I have two. The first one is actually working. I have been a stay-at-home mom for 3.5 years. Penelope's 3 now, and Orion's 7 months. And the economy is like, girlfriend, you gotta go back to work. So, excuse me, that's what I did. And if you know me in real life, I used to work at, oh gosh, indigestion, sorry. I used to work at a country club / resort here in Tucson, and I was a server there. I served in the bar and grill, and then I also did banquet serving and private parties and things like that. And I loved it. I loved the manager. My manager is the best manager I have ever worked for in my entire life, and probably ever will. If I'm gonna not be my own boss, I want him to be my boss. And then my other managers, we're a huge family, and they're all still there. So long story short, my current hobby is working and chasing that paper. But second hobby has been practicing my channeling and mediumship. So I'm sure you guys could tell, if you guys have been long-term followers, all of my paranormal stories, all of like the things that have happened to me. I recently have been developing my intuition, my abilities and gifts, and I like to practice them. So let me know. I'm not, because I'm in my practicing phase, like I'm trying to just, practice with friends and family. However, what I'm going to start doing is at the end of every YouTube video, I'm going to do a collective reading. So today, this is the deck I'm going to be using. It is Energy and Spirit Oracle by Sandra Ann Taylor. I love her. She has another deck, Just Energy. It's a blue one that I use quite often, and it's amazing. It's my most accurate deck. This one is a little bit newer. It's like the newer version. So I'm going to do a collective reading at the end of this video. So that answers the first question. My hobbies are working and practicing my mediumship / that kind of journey. Second question is there a want for more kids? Since you have 2, is that all you want? That's a really good question. Right now, like I said, Penelope's 3, Ori's 7 months, and my personal life is just at a place where kids are not really in the forecast. However, I foresee myself as somebody who, like, after my youngest turns around 3, anywhere between 3 and 5, like, I'm gonna want another one and another one and another one, because my children are just my favorite people in the whole wide world. And the older I get, the more I'm like, the more the merrier. Or I'm also not opposed to, like, later on in life, once I get financially stable, I'm not opposed to adopting, or like, if, I don't know. I'm just very open. Whereas there's been seasons in my life where I'm like, hell no, no more kids. Which, I mean, like, right now, yeah, like, I could definitely not handle any more children. I'm way too busy, but that sounds terrible, but I just am not, again, financially. So anyways, I love kids. I think I actually relate and get along with kids more than I do adults sometimes. So anyways, I'd love to just have my own little army of children. Okay, next question. One's the best. Are there any decent men left in this stupid town? So I live in Tucson, Arizona, and I want to navigate this question respectfully and delicately as I can. But it's definitely an interesting pickings here in Tucson, Arizona. And girlfriend, I'm like, especially for, I'm not going to reveal her identity, but the woman who asked this question is so advanced and in her power and just knows who she is, knows what she wants, knows what she can do. And there's not many men in this town who can take that and not see it as a threat, not try to compete, not fear it, not try to, I don't know. Anyways, I could do a whole video. I actually, hopefully I'm going to be doing a podcast soon with one of my old friends from middle school, actually. And I think he was wanting, it's going to be me, him, and one of his friends. And her and I are going to kind of lead the conversation. So anyways, yeah, are there any decent men left in this stupid town? I'm sure there are. I'm sure there are. I'm going to stay optimistic. I'm sure there are. So question 3 is kind of like a 2-part, and it's what awakened your interest in the metaphysical spiritual realm? So it's something that kind of I have always had my toe in. Ever since I was younger, I've always had some weird things happen around me. Like I showed early signs of having, a little bit more sensitivities than the average person. And therefore, I think the metaphysical spiritual side of life is very appealing to me because it's very helpful. It provides a lot of tools to help me manage some of the things I experience, some of the things I feel and, happen to me. And, again, even with like crystals and things, like I've always been into like rocks and crystals and things like that. I used to paint rocks when I was younger and try to sell them and like turn them into pet rocks, and I don't know. Anyways, so for me it's a really great tool. It's almost like, it's funny, so when people ask me what religion I am, I grew up Catholic, and I still kind of lightly follow Catholicism a little bit, but I more see the beauty in like Buddhism. Hinduism fascinates me. All religions fascinate me. And I don't really like to like necessarily tie myself to one. I like to just take what resonates from bits and pieces, which I mean, some people who are very in their religion might think like you can't do that. But my answer to that would be like, I believe in this matrix we can do whatever we want, and that's the amazing part about free will. And I think as long as you're not hurting or harming or sending bad vibes to anyone, then you can kind of do whatever you want. So not, you know what I mean, like. And so when people ask me like, what are you, what do you follow, and I'm like, I do believe in God, I believe in source, I even believe in Jesus, like he was an ascended master. I believe in I believe in the pagan gods. I truly do. I think all religions have some god system, have some hierarchy, So anyways, I call myself a mystic. I'm like, I'm a mystic, And so anyways, because I have always been able to hop back and forth between this realm and spiritual realm and like dip my toe in there. Again, I just naturally gravitated toward this. So long story short, that's the answer. She said, I feel a drastic change made me look at things completely different, but I have lots to learn, so I'm glad I have you for guidance. Oh my gosh, I love you, girlfriend. And like everything, anything I say, take it with a grain of salt. If there's something I say that like doesn't resonate with you, do not take it with you. Leave it, But I guess at the base of my mysticism, I guess, is love and light. A lot of people, I'm getting like super into this, like I'm just like dropping bombs, not bombs, but I'm talking about things that I've always been scared to talk about, and I'm just like, I don't care. I really don't care if people think I'm crazy anymore. I'm actually going to be 30 this year, and my best friend Nicole, I was telling her lately, I'm like, I'm just like dark feminine feisty Julia is just like coming out, and she's like, welcome to your 30s where you don't want to put up with anyone's bull, you know what? And so I'm like, anyways, yeah, I am happy to guide. Oh yeah, so what I was gonna say is a lot of people are like, are you a witch? Are you a bruja? Like, you know, I don't like to label myself, but if I were, like, I mean, yeah, I like to send good vibes. I have certain things that, you know, are a little more developed than like sensitivities, and like if anything I can say like I'm Glinda the White Witch, or you know, I'm just like here for peace and love. So anyways, I hope that answered your question, and I'm always here to guide anybody. If anyone feels the same way I do or believes the same way, like, let's party. And then the last question is my favorite crystals, which I'm actually going to do. My next video will be a whole video on my favorite crystals. I have them all back here, but I'll just go through them really quick. So my first is Angel Aura Quartz. Then I love selenite. I think selenite's so underrated. Moss Agate, which is a popular one. Orca Agate, which is severely underrated. Like, if you have never heard or held Orca Agate, I highly recommend finding some to hold. It's got like the most, because most crystals have kind of like lower charges, like neutral or higher vibrations, or like kind of quieter vibrations, but this Orca Agate actually has like a very neutral charge that is very unique. So anyways, and then of course amethyst, and then I have 2 bonus ones that I'm gonna wait to tell you about. You have to wait for the next video. So anyways, thank you all of those lovely humans who participated in my Q&A. Now let's close off the video with a collective reading. So I'm just imagining a very white, bright light around myself and my room and my space. And I'm just tapping in and asking my guides, hey, oh, one flew out. I just try to like connect with my guides and in my mind say, hey, if there's any messages that will help somebody watching this, please send them through. So hopefully if you're watching this, this is for you. Interesting balance. So we have like a clown guy here, and the number is 24. So if anyone relates to the number 24, this could possibly be for you. It says centered energy, self-care. And I think that, I mean, this is a very universal, great card for advice. You know, make sure you're meditating, make sure self-care can be anything. Self-care can be, you know, eating a good meal, cooking a good meal, going to Trader Joe's and getting yourself healthy snacks for the week, making yourself a cup of hot tea. You know what I do lately is I'll lay on the floor and just snuggle with my dogs and like let them lick me. Oh, 2 fell out. So here are the last 2. Interesting, you guys. Speaking of crystals, this woman is holding what looks like emerald to me, which is great for the heart chakra, but the number is 29, which is interesting. This card is very interesting to me because I'm actually born on the 29th. My birthday is September 29th, 92. Which 29 is 92 backwards as well, so kind of weird, but it says partnership, contract, and commitment. I love this, and maybe this is you and I just making a commitment to be besties, or, you know, who knows. Or this could relate to your life as well. You might be having a caring connection with somebody, or some kind of commitment, contract. That's interesting. So interesting. Sorry, I keep saying that. Interesting. Next we have Goddess of Dreams, card 25. Now, this is the first card I pulled for myself in the deck. It also relates to, like in her other deck, Goddess of the Moon, which that's the other first card I pulled out. And this represents vision, intuition, and receptivity. This is clearly just like a moon goddess, and she is responsible for dreaming. So I've heard this from a lot of people in my life recently, that dreams have been very prophetic. A lot of people are getting a lot of downloads right now. A lot of people are breaking out of shells. I keep hearing that everybody's ascending right now at the same time, which can be hard and painful and confusing. And so I think that this collective reading is a great little manual for that. You know, you want to find your balance. You want to make sure you're doing things that make you happy, that make you feel good, that make you feel safe. Because again, you know, we're all souls having a human experience, and you want to make sure you're taking care of that soul. So balance. And then we also have connections. That's actually one of Penelope's favorite words to say. She'll say connections. Also, this means get yourself a crystal. Like, that sounds silly, but I almost try to tell people, like, think of it going into a crystal shop as like a pet store. You know, like, there will be a crystal that calls out to you, and it's pretty cool, and you take it home and you just give it. Anyways, also human connections, friend connections, family connections, you know, any kind of, even if you're not comfortable connecting to humans around you, connect to animals, connect to plants. Connecting is very important to stay grounded. And then goddess of dreams, vision, intuition, and receptivity. This means to stay open, stay as open and non-judgmental as you can with anything that's happening in your life right now. Anyways, this is a longer video. Let me know how you like it. Do you prefer these chatty videos, or do you like more to the point videos? So anyways, thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to come hang out with me. I hope you had some fun. Comment below anything you guys have on your mind, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.